the Miami Heat are that good. When you rebound like that, you get out and you run. And when you run like that, there's no way to stop them.
Yeah.
That's why whether you go up against an Oklahoma City or you go up against a San Antonio in the finals, it'll be incredibly more difficult because you will not be able to get out and run like that because you won't be able to dominate the boards like that. But against Boston, the worst rebounding team in the league, by the way, okay, with no kind of front court presence defensively whatsoever outside of Kevin Garnett, this is the situation that you're in. It was like a game of horse. It was like LeBron. It was like walking down Broadway. Okay, I mean the lane was just his. That's just the way it was. And there's really little that they can do about it. They don't have the athletes to deal with what the Heat are going to throw at them. In this particular series, it was a combination of both.
So you got a sweep?
No, 5 games.
Okay.
I said 5 games. I will not disrespect the Celtics by saying they won't get you one. The Big Four will get you one. But that's about all in this series. It really, really is.
Yeah. So, were the Celtics that bad or the Heat, or they just too good? The Heat are not too good for the Boston Celtics. I completely disagree with that premise. And I remind you, who do I have winning it all? Still, I haven't flip-flopped on mine. I got the Heat winning it all. That means the NBA Finals, not just
over your Spurs.
I got them winning the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And clearly, I thought the most dangerous game against these Celtics was because of what Paul Pierce said. We're going to stay in rhythm, and they thought that their best chance to steal a game was game 1. That was the most dangerous game to me. So there's method to my madness. I wanted to pick Boston to win a close game because I know the Miami Heat watch this show. And I wanted them to say, really? You think Boston's going to beat us in our house? Watch this. That's what I wanted. I wanted to watch this. I don't want them to lose game 1 and get in trouble in this because I want to see my pick get to the NBA Finals.
Let me get this straight. So you're trying to sit here and act now like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Let me finish.
And I told you yesterday, I've beaten you so many times.
May I finish
I
my
told
thought?
you yesterday.
You're playing with house money.
Yeah, I said house money. I don't care. I'm going to throw this one out there. I got to throw you a bone every once in a while.
You're a radio host with the mute button available to you. You want to make your point and press mute so you can't hear anybody else, so you can gloss over how wrong you are. What you're trying to say now is, oh, I did pick the Celtics, but you know something? I remind y'all I picked the Heat to win it all. And oh, by the way, I really didn't want them to lose last night.
But do you think I wanted them to lose? Seriously?
So let me get
you
this
think
straight.
I wanted them to lose? No, really.
So let me get this straight, Skip Bayless. You picked the Heat to win the finals. You didn't want them to lose game 1.
Yeah.
But you picked the Celtics to win game 1. So no matter what way you slice it, no matter what outcome happens, you're right.
No.
Even when you're wrong, you're right. Because even when you were right, even when you were wrong, you meant to be right, but you were really wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
No,
it's
it
the
makes
kind of stuff that
perfect
you
sense
do.
to me.
It's all over the place. It's hedging your bets. It's not having the courage to stand up and go like this. Yo, I was wrong. I called it. I own it. It is what it is.
Hold on. One of us didn't flip on his pick.
Did you pick the Celtics?
Who flipped on his pick in the Western Conference? You flipped because you don't have the courage of your conviction.
No, it's not about
yes.
No. It's called intelligence. I watched the San Antonio Spurs. I saw them with my own 2 eyes, and I said, this is what I believe.
I saw them with my own 2 eyes before the season started.
Well, you know what? That's you.
That's me.
When they didn't have Boris Diaw. Hold on. When they didn't have Boris Diaw. When they didn't have Steven Jackson.
Oh,
this is what you were doing.
I'll pick them anyway.
This is what you were doing.
Yeah.
This is when Manu Ginobili was hurt, by the way, because he only played 34 games this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew all of that.
Yeah.
The same team that got bounced out in the first round, you thought were going to come back. You're full of it. The fact is, you knew.
I'm full of it?
Yes, you did.
You're saying I'm full of it?
Exactly. Because you're talking about the courage of your conviction. What conviction? Your convictions involve Tim Tebow and LeBron James and being completely biased for or against one of them. That's it. Other than that, you're going to sit around and you're going to hedge your bets like you usually do.
I don't hedge any bets.
Yes, you do.
Who called the Spurs before the season
Yes,
started?
you do. Oh, but I'm reminding the world I didn't pick them to win it all. So you sit around celebrating the Spurs all these weeks. But now that we're getting there, I didn't pick them. I didn't pick them to win it all. Stop it. Let's move on. Let's move on.
See, yesterday...
What? Did you pick the Celtics to win yesterday or did you not?
On Friday, I called my shot on the Spurs. I said Ginobili was going to take this series over. And what happened?
One game.
Oh, okay.
One game.
So you're going to take this? You want the Thunder
I'm
now?
sorry, but that happened to be conveniently on the day that we were supposed to talk about how you had picked the Lakers, for example, to extend this series. And oh, by the way, and also, God damn, it just came.
Wait, hold on.
It just came to me.
No, you're changing my pick.
No, it just came to me. Weren't you the guy that said, game one of the series, the fact that the Lakers are not going to have that rest, it's going to work to their benefit against Oklahoma City.
But guess
what? It's going to work to the Celtics' benefit. We didn't bring that up, did we?
No. What else we didn't bring up?
I would call that.
No. You know what we didn't bring up, Jay? Somebody picked the Thunder to win in 5 games against the Lakers. I don't gloat about it. And somebody said it's either 5 or 7. It's 5 or 7. 5 or 7? Really?
That's right.
5.
That's right.
Skip, let me ask you this. I know that you're holding firm to your pick of the Heat.
Yeah.
Stephen A. has watched the season unfold, and these Spurs, I think, have exceeded your expectations.
They have.
And he's moderated.
He laughed at me.
Modified his pick.
He laughed at me.
I laughed at Thiago Splitter.
That is thinking about, if it's the Spurs and the Heat, is there a small piece of you that is thinking about, based on what you've seen so far, saying, you know what, I called before the season the Heat, but after watching everything to this point, I'm now thinking the Spurs are the better team. You will not do that no matter what you see from here.
No, I'm not going to do it. Who will be the 2 best players on the floor against the San Antonio Spurs?
Well, that's easy.
Okay. Well, is it? Okay.
In theory, it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm sticking by my pick.